Turkish citizenship for a bank deposit, it sounds like a brilliant idea. You put money in the bank for 3 years and get a passport. Let's figure out what the advantages are here and where there might be a catch. The scheme is simple. A deposit of at least $500,000 or the equivalent in another currency, conversion into Turkish lira, a lock-in period of at least 3 years, and official confirmation from the banking regulator BDDK that the deposit qualifies for the citizenship program. The advantages are speed and the lack of unnecessary steps. You work with a bank, open an account, place a deposit, set up the lock-in, and receive interest income. Everything is, in principle, as clear and transparent as possible. If you compare it to the real estate route, many steps are skipped. You don't need to choose a property, complete a purchase, pay taxes and commissions, or deal with renting and management. There's no risk of picking the wrong property or having issues with real estate documents. But the main risk is that, according to the citizenship law, the deposit is held in Turkish lira. The final amount after 3 years depends heavily on the deposit interest rate, the exchange rate, and inflation. In other words, by entering the program with $500,000, you might end up with a much smaller amount. Everything will depend on the exchange rate at the time of withdrawal. Of course, citizenship for your whole family will remain in your pocket, and that's already a big plus in these turbulent times. But naturally, you also want not just to avoid losing your capital, but to grow it. And here, no one can guarantee that. In practice, the deposit option is usually chosen by those who understand currency risks well and don't want to deal with real estate. If preserving the purchasing power of your capital is more important to you than simply meeting the formal requirements, a deposit won't always be the best solution. If you're considering a bank deposit or real estate as a path to Turkish citizenship, it's important to calculate the numbers in advance and realistically assess the risks. At Tolerance, we've been handling such cases for many years, calmly, transparently, and as if we were doing it for ourselves. Contact us via messengers or visit our website, and we will walk you through your options step by step.